AGP world, AGP universe, AGP family. Big ups to everybody out there tonight. I'm here with the AGP family tonight. We're just gonna discuss some hot topics. AGP fam, man, how y'all doing today?
Good, good,
What's
good,
up? What's
good.
up?
Good. What's up?
Man, let's get this
Yo.
conversation starting and rolling, man. We're gonna talk about Howard University. We're gonna talk about Condoleezza Rice. We're gonna talk about these race appropriators. We're gonna talk about your boy Dave Chappelle. But let's get started with Howard University first, man.
Real
Let's go.
G's.
Yep. Everybody all right today, man? What's going on with y'all, fam, man? It's been an okay day for me, I must say. Uh didn't do too much as usual, but I was excited to wake up this morning, still in health and strength, and was able to go do my usual morning routine. I didn't get rained on this morning, so I'm pretty happy. Sheree, what's going on with you?
Nothing on here. Happy to be here. Hot topics. Gonna talk about good hot topics.
Yeah, we here. Another
Yes.
long, beautiful day from the
Yes.
team. Short Missile, what's going on with you, my brother?
Yeah, man, living and loving life, ready to get some stuff off of somebody's mind. I don't know whose mind off of it. I'm just saying.
I don't know if it's your mind or our mind or
I don't know. Some stuff gonna be let off though. I know that much.
somebody's mind. You know,
Let something off.
somebody
We're
mind.
gonna squeeze on somebody around here. We're gonna let some words go on somebody around here.
Oh Lord.
Let's see what happens.
You know how it goes. Man, it's great to be here. T, what's going on? Your post birthday celebration. How was it?
Oh,
My mid birthday celebration. We're partying again this weekend in my second home, Maryland.
2 days left in the month, huh? You know, run it
All
out,
the
run it out
way.
to
It
the
was
end.
it was amazing though. I had a great time this
That's
past
awesome.
weekend. Spent lots of time with my family, close friends,
Beautiful thing.
Enjoyed life. Blessed to have another new year upon me, ready to see what changes I can make in this new chapter.
That's what I'm
I
talking about.
feel you on that. Another year, another dollar, another everything, all the good
Yeah,
stuff.
you got a whole dollar? I got
Make
50
that money.
cents.
Make that money.
I got 50 cents. You got a whole dollar. Ain't that something?
Let's go to the weatherman that never know nothing about the weather. Razor, what's going on, my brother?
That's the best guy right there, man.
Hey man, hey, I knew somebody would agree with me, man. The best weatherman you could ever find. Matter of fact, you don't even need to
That's
look.
what he said.
Listen,
That's why he quit. That's why he quit his job and went full time on the weather.
hey, listen, man. My weather is on point. It's good. You don't need to even look at your phone.
His weather
All you
is
gotta
hot.
do is just call me, and I'm a boom. I'll let you know.
His weather is right. His weather is hot.
Listen, man.
You
I'm
got the
telling
hot
you,
weather, man.
we're in the season of the fall.
What?
Fall.
You changing up already
You
on
didn't
us?
even know. Wow. Oh, who would have thought? Man,
Oh man.
Hey, I had no idea. So I don't know what they're talking about. I had no idea what's going on out there unless you tell me. Unless you tell me, I don't know what's going on out there.
Listen, and sooner or later you're gonna see the leaves start to fall off the trees. And
Leaves already start falling off the tree.
Sooner or later.
So see that he caught it. He caught it right there.
Man, I don't know. Lolita, what's going on with you, girl?
Hey y'all, I'm happy to be here again. I missed y'all again.
What?
All the days in between, I'd be like, dang, I got something to say.
Yep.
But I'm back. We back.
Talk. Big up Mama Africa. Big up Carrie out there. And big up Mama Lola. That's Lola commenting in the box too. Big up Lola also. That's Lola. Big up everybody out there today, man. Let's start off with Howard University, fams. What's going on with Howard? You know what? Short Missile, take it away.
I'm curious, man. I always hear all these stories on the news about how they get these endowments, they get money and all this stuff. I'm curious as to where the money is going. Also, just to be clear, the school is not free. So therefore, somebody's paying tuition. That's a lot of money that should be going to making sure the place is, you can use the place. Yeah, you can use the place, right? Because if you can't use the place, what are you there for? You spend all that money for tuition and you have stuff leaking, students are protesting. So we want the people that's in charge of Howard. Who's the dean at Howard anyway?
I don't know. Let's find out. Go ahead and
Somebody
talk.
find out who's the dean at Howard while I'm talking. But anyway, they need to do better though. Seriously, tuition is very expensive. These kids come from some of them tough backgrounds and have made it this far and need to go further. And this is just a hindrance to them, I feel. This is one thing they don't need to worry about. They should go to school to learn after paying so much tuition, which a lot of them are going to have to be saddled with that debt for a long time because everybody don't have scholarships that's going to give them a full ride. So I feel like the school needs to do a better job because I guarantee those principals, the dean and the professors are well taken care of. I guarantee that.
I know I'm not seeing what I'm seeing.
I didn't want to call her name out. I didn't want to call her name out. I knew who it was. I didn't want to call her name.
Ain't no way.
I'm telling you, yes way.
Don't do Mama Cosby like that.
Yes way.
This is Huxtable. No,
way. I didn't want to call her name out because I'm waiting for y'all to figure it out. Yes way. She's the one. Yeah. Yes.
Not Mama Huxtable. Mama Huxtable.
Mama Biscuits. Mama
Biscuits. No.
It's a different world now. It's a different world now.
Yeah, well, no pun intended. Or pun intended.
Pun intended, but no pun intended.
I'm just saying.
No. Ain't no way, my boy.
That's wild. That is wild.
That's
wow.
That is
very sad.
Man, these kids pitching tents outside to sleep because there's moles and water running in their barracks, and I don't know, man. Sometimes you have to wonder about some black establishment, not all, but some.
That's the worst part is that it is a HBCU. So
well, I don't want to give them an excuse, man. There's no excuse. You're running a really serious organization there, a serious institution where people come to get an education. And the least you can do with people paying their money is make sure the place is correct. Seriously. Yeah. I mean, it's time for nonsense to stop. We talking about supporting HBCUs and all that stuff, and we get trash for it.
For real.
Gives them a bad name.
Exactly, man. We need to do better. We need to expect better and demand better from these people.
Yes.
And especially her.
Especially her. And that hurt my heart when I saw that picture pop up. I said, huh?
I didn't thought it was her because I knew she was a dean, but I didn't think she was the dean of the school. I thought she was a dean of the fine arts department.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How long has she been there?
Been there for a while. I was gonna read the whole thing, but it gets worse, so I'm not even gonna bother.
I was reading it too, Sean. I'm like, you know what? Never mind.
It gets worse.
I give up.
I was just wondering if she came into it, or is this because the leaks and the mold, it have to be there for a minute. The leak got to be there for a minute for it to turn into a serious mold situation. And I was just wondering, like, okay, did she come into this like that? Because personally, I inherited a similar situation. And the people want to jump up and down and holler and scream at me. And I'm like, hold on. I just got here. So why you weren't doing that 6 months ago when this was your problem? Why you in here screaming today? No, you got to give me a chance.
Mama Africa and Carrie got jokes. We do know. Correct the news personnel also, because I was reading what they wrote. But anyway, haters, Carrie. Yeah,
it's a shame that they have to go through all of that. Like the young lady I was looking on TikTok, and she had like she was putting on her stuff, and then I guess the mole was just growing on top of her shoe, on top of her. It's just a mess.
Yeah, that's just sad when like you said, if
Well,
I'm paying money to go to college, I want to go to a decent school. You know, I don't want to I don't want to see you know, me getting a bucket and having trying to catch water when it rains or something. You know, I'm trying to feel safe inside from the weather when I'm inside. You know, I don't want to pull my umbrella out when I'm inside too. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know, it's
Singing in the rain.
like, pull it out.
It's fine, but it's not. That's true. What Mama said. Where's the health department? Like, don't they get involved with those type of things?
They should make a report to code enforcement. I guess probably now, since it's on the news, it's on the radar. But you know, if like you said, if she had mold growing on her shoes, that ain't happened this week or even, you know, this month.
That's been going for a while.
Well, that's my point. How long does it take when somebody reports something and you know it's bad and egregious for you to go take care of it?
When it's black
Out
forever.
of sheer decency.
When it's black forever.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a sad thing.
Settle down.
You know?
Settle down.
It is.
Because these kids are gonna have to pay for college maybe the next 20 years.
They should get some refund for this whole time that thing's been broke. Oh, they should get a refund.
Every night I sleep
They
outside.
charge you separately for your like if you live on campus, that's another extra charge. So if they can't live there, they need to be getting that money back to find somewhere they can.
Exactly.
And meal. I want all that money back, and I want some of the semester money too. I want all of that because I can't concentrate properly sleeping outside in tents in the cold.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, some parents probably live far. You know, some of them can pick up and just get in a plane and go, you know.
Terry talking about should have went to NSU.
Behold the green and gold.
Yeah, man. I think like Short Man said about the money, man. We hear these actors, sports players, ball players, athletes, movie stars, these rich guys, philanthropists giving out all these money over the years. Where is it going?
Where exactly?
Well, before you build a wing, before you build another building, take care of the ones that are standing that are damaged, please. Stop.
You know, and then, you know, the thing I look at is we so-called got a bunch of money from the last administration. Where is that money?
Saw that too.
Yeah, where is that money?
Where's that at?
And
they're still waiting.
Yeah, of course.
Sounds like
the platinum plan. Sounds like the platinum plan. If you vote for me, you get the platinum plan.
Sound like a con man talking to me.
Yeah, you vote for me, you get the platinum plan. Like, come on, son. Crazy. So, is the students right to protest, or should they suck it up? Because this is the new life. Our parents went through worse than that.
Is that a real question?
And
no,
so
nope. Yes.
Go ahead, Lo.
I don't. The protesting draws attention and it draws the media, but that's not the right way to go. They should have been contacting code enforcement. They should have been contacting the city, because once you put in a complaint with code enforcement, they have to come and investigate.
Yeah.
And when they investigate, they put the code violations on the school and they give them a deadline to fix it. And they're not going to give them like 6 months to fix it.
No, they give them a couple of days. Yep, a couple of days. That's why we was on when the person was talking on TikTok, the student, we was telling them like, y'all should call those people because they're going to come and investigate, and they give them a certain amount of time. Now it's not going to be a month, 2 months. So it's going to be a couple of days. We need y'all to get this together. If not, we shutting it down.
Yeah, there's a thing where you call like emergency line saying, hey, we got a leak, we got stuff falling apart, we got mold, we need somebody to come out here right away.
I
Yeah.
wonder
Where are all the
They do
snitches
that.
in the neighborhood when you need them? They tell them everything else. All of a sudden, nobody want to tell them.
Nobody know.
Nobody said
look,
anything,
they're
huh?
doing a good job checking who's staying in whose room, but they can't fix
Yeah,
nothing.
but they can't fix nothing. I can't sneak over little Brandy's room tonight. So all of a sudden, I got rats. They got roaches, rats, and all type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's the real ghetto, Howard. That's some real ghetto shiznizzles.
Mhm.
Yes, it is a hot mess.
I'm not sleeping nowhere where no rats at. I'm not doing it.
It's
I
like
want-
all the schools, even I saw Temple University is out there too.
They should be out there protesting because if it happened to one, it can happen to all.
Yeah.
Jerry said protesting. They said protest is the way to bring change. I don't know about that. We've been protesting for years. I think change is the way to bring change.
It depends. It depends on what it is. Certain like I think with the school, I think Kerry might be right when he says that, because I think with the school, they're thinking about future kids coming in. So if they get a bad press, they know that that's money that they're not going to be making in the future. A lot of kids are seeing that and be like, man, I'm not going to this school. Kids from out of state, all this thing. So I think they're going to try to pretty it up, fix it up a little to say, hey, we made some change, because they're trying to. The end goal is for them to make money.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. So protest is a good thing, but the issue now today in this day and age, it's to the point where you can't even shame these people anymore. They don't even care about being shamed anymore.
Yeah,
they just don't care. You can't shame them anymore.
Put it on paper.
And when you can't shame them, it ain't nothing going on.
Protesting is like an old school type of thing. I think if we can't just protest, it might be the start to things. But protesting alone, if we was only protesting to get our civil liberties, we'll never get it. But they would have never gave it to us if that's all we were doing.
Yeah, protesting.
Now you got to file a lawsuit.
Yeah, protesting is not the
end all.
It's just a start.
It definitely does.
It don't even make up half of the out of 100. It don't even make up half of the
it doesn't, because it might bring some awareness, but I think in this generation we've become like numb to protesting, because every time we hear about a protest, it comes to a point where we don't even care about that. That ain't gonna change.
The hype is right now, but it's gonna go away.
Yeah.
That code enforcement violation ain't gonna go away.
Exactly. That will stay there. That's one
Because
thing.
if you don't make it by their deadline, you get large fines.
And then you get shut down. They give you a fine, and then they give you a little bit more, and then they shut it down.
I got a question for you guys, though. Go ahead, shoot. I mean, realistically speaking, everything you guys said is smart and intelligent and is right on point. It's spot on. But I'm wondering if somebody actually reported it and they got a court enforcement, like would anything really happen? Would they sweep it under the rug? Would the dean or the president say, pull him to the side, talk to him in his ear, whisper in his ear, and say, I know the mayor and so, we're gonna get it taken care of. Go ahead. Yeah. I don't mean to be pessimistic or anything.
No, what you're saying is right. Remember, Howard is a prestigious school with a lot of rich people.
That's my point. Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm over here writing up a code, and I get a call from Barack or
Lola said the right thing.
Yeah,
she said the right thing.
Well, Sean here.
But what would happen with the right thing?
You go ahead and just crumble up that paper and remember that
it's a shame though.
But as many kids are in one dorm together, if everybody's making the same complaint, they ain't gonna be able to sweep all of them.
Exactly. That's the whole point. But some of the kids, to be fair, have come from a long way, and they don't want to start any crap. And so they may go along just to get along.
Which is very sad.
Right. They may go along to get along, and that's really bad. That's that power dynamic, right? So they know that they're in a weakened position, and they just kind of be quiet and take the education how they can get it. And that's a shame. They should have to do that. And with that being the case, the school should do better, knowing that. And they know that. And they should do better. There's shame on them for that. Poo-poo on them.
Poo-poo on them. Yep.
Poo-poo on them. Poo-poo on them. Poo-poo on them.
We don't see the poo-poo up there. Where the poo-poo at?
Big time poo-poo on them. Poo-poo on them for shiggity.
But that's so but they still collecting a bunch of
Collecting all
money
the
from the
funds,
kid,
yeah,
from the parents, getting all that financially, getting all that money.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
we're gonna take a phone call here. You can call in, have some conversation with us about this. I think this is worth conversation from people out there also. Yeah, I think at some point, when you realize that they're not gonna do any changes, we gotta I guess do the changes ourselves. And
Yeah.
Howard University is supposed to be one of the most prestigious HBCU out there. In fact, some people refer to it as the real HU, real HU, not Hampton University, but the
real.
So, you know, so I would love to see some changes happen. I would love for people to I'd love to see some of these athletes, some of these stars, some of some of these politicians who preach about us going to a black university now come in and give them the proper beating that they deserve so they can step up and treat the kids and people better than they're treating them.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of people should be losing their jobs.
Sounds like Miss Oxtable need to be on her way back home to Cliff.
You're gonna leave Mrs. Huxtable alone.
She won't be missing out on any money.
That's true. Is it even her job, her decision? You know,
it somewhat her, the provost. I think it's a combined effort of all of them to make sure that students have the best experience at college. You know, some presidents, some deans, some provosts are trash, and all together they combine to make a big pile of trash. So,
yeah,
that was a good analogy.
It just all depends, I guess, who you getting or what you getting at the time.
Yeah, they should be working on behalf of the students, though.
Yeah, they should be.
I mean,
they should be.
I mean, that's
they working on the behalf of their pockets.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what's so horrible about this country. It's not that people make money. It's that people make money and shirk their responsibilities while still making money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I love making money as the next man. I love capitalism. But why do we have to crap on people at the same time? Why we can't make money and take care of people like they need to be taken care of?
Mm-hmm. You won't see no holes in their roof.
But you know what the horrible part is? People are not begging. These people are paying to go to school.
Exactly.
And therefore should be rendered that service that they're paying for.
A lot of times it's misappropriation of the funds that they receive, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to say that it's just going into their pocket, but this is a nonprofit organization. So typically it's the budget that they get for the year. And instead of them putting it into maintenance, they shortcut that and put it into their sports programs or, different things that they see fit for the school. And I don't think it just goes into the staff's pockets. I think a lot of it just goes to what they feel is more important than the maintenance. And it's been going on for a long time. You got mushrooms growing out of the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean that
doesn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? This has been going on for a very long time. And they bank on the fact that these kids don't know any better. These are kids with their first time being out of their parents' homes. They don't know what's supposed to be proper, rooming and board and things like that. They look at it and they're like, "Oh, it's some mold." They laugh at it, take a picture, post it on
I have a place,
Instagram.
I get meals maybe, or I get a little.
Half the time they're not even in their rooms.
Whatever. Yeah.
They don't understand it, so that's how it gets by so long. It's not adults. Like they're 18, but they're not real adults. They don't really understand the proper way of doing it.
Well, they should supposed to have inspectors that come to inspect the burdens and stuff. And I was going to college. They used to have people come through and look through. And it wasn't that long ago, so it shouldn't have been that drastic of a change. I ain't that old.
Wasn't that long ago?
That long ago.
I mean,
make sure
how long ago was it?
Yeah, but you got to remember too. For a whole year last year too, nobody was in the schools.
Yeah, that doesn't excuse you for poisoning my kids.
No, I'm not saying it's an excuse, but that's how it could have went unseen.
Yeah, it definitely could have went unseen.
Oh, I didn't think about that part.
Yeah, the whole last year it was,
festering for that whole year.
It was festering for a whole year. No air circulating in these buildings, no things like that. So that could have. But when they started and knew they had kids coming back,
kids in the school,
they should have.
Case once we realize that there's a mold infestation, even in apartments. If the mold infestation is, correct me if I'm wrong, Lola. If it's severe. If it's real severe, you can't stay in the apartment because you can die from it.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to treat it right away or get you out of there.
That's a lawsuit.
It's not. People always say mold is toxic. What you can have from mold is an allergic reaction that could kill you, but the mold itself doesn't kill you. It just, you could have an allergic reaction from it. But yes, in some cases when it's super severe, they have to be relocated until the remediation is done.
We're gonna bring in a caller real quick. Caller, can you hear us?
Please state your name.
Yes, I can. My name is Kerry Lazarus.
What's going on, Mr. Everyone. Lazarus? What's going on with
you? Kerry.
No one's here.
It's good, I had to call in and
represent for the HBCU. He carries half the HBCU
I
representative.
My HBCUs. I love my HBCUs. Even if it's Howard University or Hampton University, it doesn't matter.
Which one is the real HU?
Still, well, Howard University all the way. What's the number one HBCU? It will always be Norfolk State.
Some would say
the green and gold.
Behold.
But I hear a lot of good comments, but I want to weigh in a little bit on a couple of things.
Go ahead.
So yes, Tahira, that is right. The buildings have been closed for probably a year, maybe 2 years, and it doesn't excuse, employed people who are supposed to take care and maintain these buildings, but it's happened. You got to remember, these buildings, Howard University is probably one of the older HBCUs in a very old district, because it's not a state, it's, a very old district. So rats, all of that stuff. If you ever been to DC, you'll see rats running on the streets at night. So it's not out of the ordinary to see.
All you gotta do is go to Norfolk for that
building. If you want a real clean and new building to live in, Norfolk State is likely to be able to provide that for your building. I'm not trying to.
No plug there.
Plug it in.
We have our issues too. We have our older buildings that, if you've ever been to our campus, you'll see that a lot of our old buildings, we start to break them down and renovate them and put on some new buildings on campus. Every school has to go through this process. What I find kind of sad is that I'm pretty sure those students were complaining for some time, right? And that's why they had to protest, because they probably were complaining and nothing was getting done. Now, young people want action right away. So, anything longer than a week, that's too long for them. And it could be, because it could be life-threatening. It could be health issue. So, they do need to act on it, and they do need to protest if they're not getting what they want. The school allows that and promotes that. Mm-hmm. But these things happen, and no school, no university is able to say that they've never had these issues. I've actually been through a process with a school that I was affiliated with, and it's not it's not a cheap thing to deal with. It's like $100,000, for 8 hours just to go in and treat, or to be able to test, promote. So it's not an easy thing. These students are going through it, and they should push the school to resolve the issue, come up with a resolution. Mm-hmm. So whatever it takes. But do remember, you may even have this stuff in your own house and you don't know. There was a house in Ghent. They found rodents living throughout the wall. It was ridiculous. There was an infestation of rodents in the wall. And this is
these people are reporting it though.
Norfolk. Huh?
I said the thing is these people are reporting it though, so it's not like they don't reporting the issues.
I mean, having rodents and moles and not knowing is one thing.
Exactly.
Knowing is another.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're saying. They kind of know this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. I'm not trying to defend against it, but just remember, Howard University is a very large school, and they don't have the influence that a PWI, a predominantly white institution would have.
That's a fact.
On the media.
They need infrastructure support.
Yeah.
If this was ODU, this would have never hit me.
Of course not. It would have been blocked.
My own matter.
More people have been shot in a week at Old Dominion than at Norfolk State.
What? You don't say. In Norfolk? In Norfolk? I would never believe it.
That's gonna be the last time, okay?
I would
Never heard about it. You probably never heard about it. Lola probably never even heard that somebody was shot or stabbed in her dorm. But that's how good they are at hiding things, problems. So, these things happen all over. And they're not always an easy thing.
Well, this is what I have to say. Yeah. When they're paying $45K plus a year for tuition, and that's average annual cost, I think they can do better, and I think they ought to do better. Like you said, renovations need to take place, and that's a thing that they need to look into. They can't keep going down the road and saying, "Oh, the place is old." That excuse is not going to last too long. The place been old, so it's time for action.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
without a doubt, and that's why I said that they have the right to protest. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to defend it, but believe you me, it's happening in more places than you know. When was the last time you stayed in a hotel? Did you look at that pillow? Did you pull the covers off of that pillow to see if that pillow?
I do.
I live in a hotel for 13 years, so
former housekeeper here.
But if I do find mold there, I'm gonna have the same problem I have here, and I might end up protesting too. Never know.
I know. I go to the hotel manager when that kind of stuff happens.
The thing is, I ain't paying $45,000 to stay in a hotel, so I can easily switch to a different room and stuff. I mean, there's responsibilities and rules and regulations and liabilities that need to be accepted when it comes to a situation like this. I understand that you're not saying that they shouldn't do this and shouldn't do that, but as a prestigious Black institution, we're gonna need better than this. This ain't.
I mean, even if you take the color out of it, it's just people are paying their money for a service, and it ought to be rendered. That's all I'm saying.
No?
Yeah, Sharpman. I before I get off, I'm gonna say one more thing. Everything you guys are saying is right. It's true. I agree. But the way to I don't know, the way to grade their response or the way they handle this situation is what I think is most important. Like if they say, okay, yes, we do have an issue, and these are the steps we're going to take to correct it. And then, see what they do afterwards for all those students. I guarantee you they're going to refund all those students. They're going
to have to.
They're going to get some money back. Tuition.
But they're not going to even just stop there. They're not going to stop there because they're an HBCU, and at an HBCU we actually love our students. So what they're going to do is then they're going to give every last one of them medical, try to make sure that they're looking at whatever hospital bills, whatever they need to cover, make sure that everybody is healthy. They're going to probably even give them the free schooling for the rest of their 4 years. So, and may even give them an Apple iPad or a MacBook. Who knows?
Yeah, that's some NSU stuff. That's some NSU stuff you're talking there. I mean, I'm agreeing with you on that contents too. But my thing is, we want more people to go to HBCUs. This is not
But bad look.
this is not attracting our star athletes and kids that we're saying, man, you guys never pick these schools to go to. You always go to these other schools, and you should have been going to these schools. Well, now we kind of see why they don't go to these schools.
You can't hold,
but you can't hold that just on that though. Like this.
Yes, I can.
I mean, there's things at other schools too. If you want to just,
I don't know that. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. This is the prestigious Howard University in the Black community. It's supposed to lead by example.
Listen, I'm not worried about what's happening elsewhere. I'm worried about the plight of these
I just
kids
wouldn't
that are
want
out
to
there
deter people
protesting.
from that. Like something can change from.
We're not deterring people. They're deterring people by letting this happen, shrugging people off, by letting this
until it got to this point,
continuing for weeks now, months now. It looks like.
But do they have a staff shortage? We are we do have to take in those accounts. Like I said, they have been closed for 2 years. Do they have a staff shortage? A lot of people.
That doesn't mean you put people health at risk. It doesn't mean you shrug off putting people health at risk. It doesn't mean you step off by when people asking you questions, you block them out and not give them the information they need to do. You're not giving you an excuse for being understaffed for putting my health at risk. That doesn't work for me.
No, you're right. You're right, and the crazy part about
so
a lot of times they don't have a group that's put in place to handle situations like this and to deal with the market, deal with the media when they ask these questions. But let me ask you one more thing. Look at New Orleans. New Orleans was flooded, recently, right?
Again,
Do you think those universities don't have mold in it?
Oh, definitely.
People just not talking about it. Loyola, I was down there, those places look. There are schools that look worse than Howard University.
But like I like to say, Kerry, if you haven't heard me say it on the show, two things can be true at the same time. There could be other places that are trash as well, but that doesn't discount what's happening to these folks right here, right now. And we need to advocate for all of them. So if it's happening anywhere, it needs to stop. So we're against that too. But we're just speaking on this one because right now it's right here. We can see it and we shouldn't ignore it. That's all we're saying. Yeah.
And that's usually what happens when something in front of your face. That's usually when people respond to it. Because
I agree, but
I don't know.
Don't just attack my HBCU.
No, sir. That's what.
Hey, it's not an attack. It's not an attack. It's called awareness.
We are equal opportunity around here. We are equal opportunity. Believe that.
I'll get the other side more than
we'll get everybody. Believe that.
Guys, I challenge all of you to find out about another school that had the same issue. It's probably online.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any names. MIT, Harvard University.
I'm sure they all have the issues, but the thing is, we like to deflect from our community and come up with excuses for our community when we supposed to be at, when we're talking about prestige,
we need to be better than them.
Prestige needs to set an example for prestige. Me and you have talked about this before. When I say something is prestige, I'm not talking about the secondhand prestige. I'm not talking about, it's prestigious for a Black college. Nah, it's supposed to be prestigious for a college, period. Black, white, Mexican, Chinese, it doesn't matter.
And I agree. The standards are supposed to be held high. That's great. But when people are listening in, they hear, or when people were listening in on the news, I'm not just talking about on the podcast, they heard, Howard University, rats, roaches, mildew, mold, this, that, the other. Sometimes there's a reason why Howard University got picked out of all of those schools. It just so happened to be where the vice president went to school.
I was going to ask you.
It's a bad situation. It's a bad situation. Trust me, everything is politics in DC. So I don't think that this was politics.
It definitely could be. But I think that people are asking that since she was going there, I would like for my school to be tend to with the quickness.
I'd like for her to walk over there and say something. How about that?
Say something.
Yeah.
Oh well. Do you think that maybe they're making a political statement that Biden is unable to provide or come through on his promises to his people who supported him? And guess what? It's no surprise. The vice
So
president
make the students suffer?
didn't even make sure that the school is good.
I don't know. I'm not in the politic term right now. Biden can barely walk up an airplane step, so whatever they say about him is probably true. Who knows? The fact is, kids are sleeping outside in tents, sleeping on floors.
Shouldn't happen.
And that shouldn't have been happening.
That's why they should put them on hotels. It would have been so easy.
Yeah. You know, take care of our people.
Get a bus. Put them in hotels. Get transportation. Drive them back and forth.
They can get a group rate. They can get a group rate like they do for conference and events, and put them all in a hotel. Come on, man. It's not that hard.
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
Let me just tell you, like there's universities that I know of that had this issue before. What they did was they completely isolated the building. They put every member of the student body into hotels that was living in that dorm.
That's all I'm saying.
Went in and they treated and everything. Yeah. So you are right. They should have done that instead of having them in tents and on the floor. But maybe the university didn't take action before the students started to make a scene so that the protests would be known and heard.
Yeah.
So they're the ones who said, "Hey, I'm not sleeping in my room."
I was gonna say, did the students put their own tents outside, right? The school didn't tell them to sleep in tents, did they?
They're not.
They're moving too slow, and they said we gonna make our
okay. So that's what I just want to make sure that I didn't.
No, they didn't put them out. But how else are you gonna get attention though? Yeah. You know, when no one's listening, how else are you gonna get attention? They have to do something. Sometimes you gotta shock them.
Even with that too. Also, I'm not gonna sleep in a dorm that's flooded with water, or I know for a fact have a whole bunch of mold in it. I mean, the thing about mold is you never know if you're allergic to it unless you go get tested. And then,
there are certain molds that can kill you and cause upper respiratory infections and things. It's not just allergy related, but there are molds that can really cause damage health wise to you. So it definitely is a health risk to be around it.
And a lot of these kids are looking at the fact that rats and stuff are running around and they birthing too. I'll go sleep outside too if I gotta sleep with rats.
On the ground. You're
gonna sleep outside on the ground though? Outside in DC is
sleep outside. Hey, why would I sleep in a room with rats when I can sleep outside? You choose. Sleep in a room with rats or outside with rats.
I mean, you can sleep in the night. You can sleep in a tent.
Yeah, I'm taking my chances outside.
I'm gonna sleep in the room. I'm not gonna sleep outside.
I'll be in the tent, nice.
I ain't gonna be in no tent.
It's not like it's one person out there. It's a bunch of people. So
I don't care. I'm not sleeping outside. I go camping in a cabin. I'm not sleeping.
I mean, that's
so I'm biased. I'm just biased because I need
I'm not a camper either. I'm not a camper either.
Yeah, I'm not a camper, so I'm not gonna be. It's gonna take a lot for me to sleep outside in the tent. There's gotta be no building around.
Kids shouldn't have to go through this, and so I'm pretty sure a lot of it is awareness because they want to bring awareness to it. But also, I don't want to sleep in a leaking berthing or, like I said, roaches and rats running around. You know, I'm not for that. After you pay $45,000, even if you got a free ride, my free ride is usually on something that I did to deserve it. So you know, it's technically it's not.
Are their parents? Were their parents not complaining as well?
No,
everybody complained.
That's what I didn't really. I'm not gonna sit in that like I'm a.
The people really that manage the building, I hear they got a contract to
but I don't know, like the parents. The parents are the ones who are really paying right now. Like, are they not complaining? Were they not aware of it? How long has it been going on? Since the first complaint. No, I mean since the first complaint.
Everybody's calling home.
A few months. It's been in the news for
a while.
Over a month now. So
because school started in August, right?
Yeah, it was small and then it got big. You heard people complain about it. You saw it on social media, and then you saw it took off all over the news.
Yeah, there's a petition out there too to get rid of the contracting company that manages the dorms.
They should. That should be the first.
They have a contract.
The cleaning crew, but it's a whole different. They Because I know Claire don't know what's going on in each room. I know she ain't personally going in.
She needs to know. She needs to go walk around.
You got to go back home to Dr. Oxtable.
You know, she got to go back home.
But,
you know,
see,
but
see,
if you don't have
that's
a good, if you don't have, that's the thing. If you don't have a good cleaning crew, good maintenance, like they're not gonna know these things. Like my landlord, she doesn't live, you know, in the same state. She sends her maintenance man over here to fix something. He could just put a Band-Aid on it. If I don't, you know, keep following up, you know, he gonna try and take the easiest route out for him. You know, that's the unfortunate part when people have a certain job to do. A lot of people like to, you know, cut corners or do stuff because it's easier for them. It's not necessarily people trying to not pay or not fix the stuff. Maybe it just never got to their attention, to the right person's attention, I should say. High up. I don't know how the kids were going
hear this
about
nonsense, guys. Hear this nonsense. They signed a $2 billion contract for 40 years. And they're supposed to finance, renovate, manage, and operate and maintain all the resident facilities. Are you kidding me?
Very costly.
Are you serious?
Very costly.
I think they're pretty
It's
serious.
possible. It's
I'm
very
saying
possible.
that's the contract they signed, and $2 billion, and they can't get the place straight. Are you serious? Come on, man.
Because I worked in the doctor's office, and there was plenty of times where they had cleaning crews come in that were just disgusting, and we had to, you know, clean and do stuff like that. And they probably
paid them a lot of money too.
They did. I know they did. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't even vacuum. Like we would put popcorn in a certain place on the floor just to see if they would vacuum. Popcorn be there the next day. Like that. You know, that is very common. You know, you are only as strong as your weakest leg. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it got dropped the ball somewhere.
But the dropping the ball ain't good enough for me in this scenario.
Yeah, the situation should have never happened. Period. Because
big scale.
Yeah, so they need to look back and figure out from their standpoint, they need to look and see where they went wrong and correct that so it don't happen
My
again.
little bougie little blondie will be crying, "Mommy, I'm sorry."
I know my Viking nasty son, because when I went to his dorm, he had mold in the refrigerator, and I know it wasn't the school's fault, but his little nasty butt. Like you gotta have to real, like I went, you know, like, and those boys' dorms were just you know, like, you know, some people don't really do it, you know.
Yeah, my kids see the fly go by, they having a heart attack.
So we're gonna go to your favorite person in the world, Carrie, Condoleezza Rice. Here.
Wow.
Do you want to stay on for her, or are you getting off? What you doing?
You might want to run for cover.
I'm listening. Go to Condi. Got a condom.
We'll head over.
Did you say condom? Did you say condom? Someone should have wore a condom.
The great black hope, or the great white hope for Republicans, think that kids learning CRT in schools shouldn't be done because it makes little white kids feel bad about themselves. They shouldn't have to feel bad that their forefathers and their ancestors used to do mean stuff to black people. So we shouldn't be forcing them to feel bad about themselves. Yeah. A couple of people went at her throat the other day, and you know, Tory, Roland Martin, Janelle Hill, a few people went at her neck about it. The fact that see people like her are a danger to people like us, because people like her have opportunity to sit in with the other side, and instead of trying to change stuff, she think that we should be content to being where we are. You should be content shutting the H up.
You should be happy because they gave you something,
some type of life to live. So you shouldn't be up here complaining. Panel, what's your thoughts on this, man? Because I'm about to cuss and I don't want to cuss.
Hey, Condoleezza could go. She could go sit with the lions in the zoo, man.
Wow.
I mean, I just like, so basically, she's cool with them trying to rewrite history. Like, you want to pretend that this didn't happen, but I bet if it was opposite, if it was that we were the ones who, you know, had them as slaves, they would be all for it. Don't nobody care about what made the little black kid feel sad.
Yeah, you know,
or the little Hispanic kid. Like nobody cares about that. So why should we care about whether or not the white kids feel bad? Their parents need to be honest with them about what happened.
And to be honest, is you know, it's not about feeling bad or you know, I don't even look at it like that. It's history. It's history. It's history that happened.
I don't remember anybody feeling bad when we were going to school. I don't remember that.
Yeah, you know, when we're learning history, we learn about everything.
Everybody's sensitive. I mean, if anything, okay, should they also not talk about, you know, should they not have health in PE because that might make the fat kids feel bad? Like, what are we doing here?
Exactly.
You know, I think we're at a space in society, right, guys, where the people that's supposed to be helping us get to the next destination are wolves in sheep clothing. I mean, they're really there to just attack us and tear us down because, well, she was acting with Sonny too, like, you know, she was just basically throwing everything off and then acting like you're just supposed to accept what she say, like it's the law, it's the word.
Well, she probably feel that because she was in the White House, she can do that.
I don't know where she's been living, or she must be in a bubble somewhere.
Under a white rock.
Yeah.
Crack rock.
You know, but she's not living in this world or in the US because
she's living in her own bubble.
I'm all for people making it in this world. We should all strive to get to, you know, a level that we want to get to. The thing that's disappointing with a lot of these people, and I mean people that look like us, is that they get there and somehow all of a sudden none of the stuff that happened before is relevant anymore. You know, all of a sudden we should forget about it. Why do you guys want to keep talking about race? You know, why worry about the history that really happened? You know, let's
get over it.
Yeah, get over it. Let's whitewash it.
It happened a long time ago. Get over it.
That's the problem. They already whitewashed it, and once they start opening the doors and showing the truth behind it, then they have to literally rewrite and redo everything. That's the problem. That's the biggest fear of it. You know, they've lied to us from the beginning. You know, they completely omitted. They did what they wanted, and that's what they're really truly afraid of. You know, it's not about a white boy feeling like, you know, bad. It has nothing to do with that. They don't know the truth.
So people enslaved themselves 400 years ago, or more than that now, but still today are still getting less than they deserve, or at every term being turned down for stuff, or being penalized,
Yeah, y'all see that, right? Mm-hmm. This is the nonsense that this y'all keep talking.
Like what does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Ma'am.
It means he was better than you think.
Really?
Short man.
How she mean he was dumber than you think? That's what she mean. How she mean he was dumber than you think? And that's a misprint.
And these are best friends.
Why are we acting like we don't? We surprised that she's saying.
Hey,
I just want to know why. Like, are y'all really? Are y'all really surprised that she's saying
this? Surprised, T. It's kind of like
disappointing. Man.
Yeah, you sad.
You want to call her?
Yeah.
I'm just tired of seeing this type of nonsense from
But that's what they need.
Larry Elder, Candace Owens, her. You know. I see people criticize Colin Powell, but Colin Powell would never, ever be on television doing nonsense like this. Colin Powell was, when they was doing something to us, Colin Powell was talking about it. He was on live TV challenging them as his boss when they were doing stuff to us. I never seen Condoleezza Rice do this. She always make it acceptable.
We need to trade her. Can we trade her?
I've been trading her. I've been trading her a long time ago.
Next race trade.
Who we gonna get for her though? Yeah, who we gonna get for her?
Anybody. We don't even need anybody. Just throw her away.
Hey, bring on the poo-poo man.
Yeah, we'll take Poo Poo Man.
Al, bring Al.
Like, you know,
Al, bring
she's one of those no refunds, no exchanges
Yeah,
accepted.
yeah.
You know, just you
Al,
know,
bring
it's a
Al.
loss. Throw it in the trash can. It don't fit.
Take a pilot.
Give it to the Goodwill, the secondhand store. So,
I don't even think they want her. They'll be like, Nike. They don't need that.
Y'all keep her over there.
We used you for what we needed, but
Yeah,
no
get
thanks.
out of here. You know? Kerr, what do you think about this, Kerr? What's your thoughts on Condoleezza Rice?
Condi. Okay.
Condi, yeah.
See, like
condom style.
I don't know what age group was he saying they shouldn't teach this information to, or
Kids.
was there an age group?
There was
that,
kids like elementary school, because she said it's more of a she said that she originally said that it shouldn't be taught in school because it shouldn't be taught in school in the first place, because it should be something for adults to compress. So you mean they shouldn't learn their history until they become adults?
But are they?
We learned any
They're
other
not
history.
teaching it in elementary schools, are they?
Well, you see, the thing is, like, there's so much different aspect to critical race theory, where the whole fact of teaching race and what happened in American history, in world history, about blacks and slaves, it's becoming a fact where white parents are trying to take that out of school. They don't want their kids to learn about that because they're thinking if we cover it up, you know, it's like it's never happened. We're not going to accept that our forefathers or our ancestors were slave masters, but they was. You was slave masters. You was slave rapists.
You are descendant of that.
So it's the new thing now. So it's the new thing now that there's no more history. Are we saying we shouldn't teach history as it relates to race? We should just teach history from a point of perspective of inventions. Oh, they invented this so and so, but we shouldn't teach about people history. They took all that too.
I look at it like this: if you want to get rid of that, get rid of everything. We should learn nothing. Get rid of history.
I mean, they go into depth. They go into depth about the Holocaust.
It's asinine, though. It doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense.
I just thought it was only being taught in college. So
Guess what? One day,
I thought that was just a scare tactic.
Yeah, all these kids that they don't want to get those books are going to get those books one day and read them, and then what they're going to have to explain to them why I didn't learn this before.
Like
I mean, that's what's going to happen anyway.
Like Columbus, I also discovered my house, but I still got to pay for it.
Yeah. that was the biggest joke. Hey, I discovered America.
I discovered it.
Yeah.
I still have to pay for it.
That's the first thing I learned that was a lie. I was like, man, Christopher Columbus discovered a place where
people lived.
Yeah.
How the
he got a whole national holiday and everything.
Over a murderous rapist got a holiday.
They haven't taken it back, have they?
They share it. They share it with is Columbus / Lee Jackson, Lee Jackson, or whoever the other four rapists is, and Indigenous Day.
Which is a shame. How you gonna put in what sense?
But like your boy said, Sean, like what's his name? What Torre said. They made a treaty with the Indians and then went back and slaughtered them afterwards.
Exactly.
I mean, what's that?
You know, a lot of intelligent, wealthy people are disconnected from reality. You know, their money has stopped them from going to the grocery store. Their money has stopped them from going to the gas station. They don't know what it is to actually have to wake up and probably even take their kids to daycare and so forth. So they're completely disconnected from reality. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, you know, stuff like history, that stuff has to be protected in a way, because if you understand your history, you can avoid certain things that you may experience in the future. You know.
But guess what though?
Well said.
I mean, I mean, that's well said, sir. Well said. Here's the thing. So let's unpack this. We said if we don't remember the history, we may be doomed to repeat it. So with that being said, I'm thinking about January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
With that happening, if the kids don't learn history, and all they learn is January 6th, and people keep telling them January 6th is okay, don't you think that someday a couple of them might try to repeat that?
Speaking
Oh
of
yeah,
that,
definitely. I
look
agree.
what she
That's
wants
exactly
to do.
what I meant. That's
She wants to
exactly what I
move
meant
on
when I
from
made that
January
comment.
6th. She thinks
Go figure. How timely.
She's
How
actually,
timely.
I think she's a
Hey, man.
What does that even mean, short man? What does January 6th even mean?
No,
You
I'm
know
saying
they're saying
the madness that happened,
but
right?
Short man, I'm
reason
just
she
reading the
going-
title. I was just reading the title.
the reason she going, we gonna get that
I was not asking you what it meant.
Hey, I was saying
He was about to go in on me. I was
so
just reading
I'm
the
gonna explain
title.
to you. Hey, I was looking at something else on the screen. I was like, wait a minute, did I miss something?
Shortman. I think we even need to look at what led up to January 6th. I don't think it's January 6th that was at it. Just
No,
discuss
it didn't happen in a vacuum. It didn't
they
happen in a
had,
vacuum.
they had congressmen in there that was
someone
part
put
of it.
all the pieces in places for this to
Yeah,
happen.
someone
did.
primed
all
the pump.
all the flags were out there, and yet still no one did anything about it. Everyone sat back
Hey,
and it
guess
allowed
what
it to happen.
is now?
The
Did y'all
same
hear
thing
this
with
one? Did y'all hear this one though? That one of the officers that works at the Capitol called one of the guys or messaged him and said, "Hey man, take that stuff down. The feds are looking at you." And he deleted his stuff too, right? That really happened. He got arrested. That really happened. Like, that really happened.
y'all remember what I told you about inside information I got from someone about why these officers are committing suicide, right? Yeah. So it's a reason why they're doing that. But you know, this is not for a conversation here. But
no,
at the same time, man, you know, like I said, people like her is the reason why we'll never get too far in anything, because she's a person who, you know, they're literally trying to take away the right for you to vote, and she is sitting there at a table telling people that that's not what she's worried about. She's worried about what the average American family thinks about putting food at their table. Lady, you realize that you black?
You can't, but she doesn't get it. You can't divorce one from the other. You cannot divorce
not
being able to vote.
She don't see color. She don't see.
Oh, she'll just be one of the ones that'll sell you out.
But she's the one. She's the type that why they treat us that way, because people like her. That's why they treat us badly. People like her is why they treat us bad.
But you know
why they think it's okay.
Yeah, they got people like her, Larry Elder, Candace Owens, and
I can't stand that girl.
Countless other buffoons like Kanye West and these stuff say stuff that they would love to say, but they can't say. So they have the token Negro say it, so they can say, "I agree with that."
Right.
I didn't say it though, but I agree with it. I didn't say it. Black person said it, so I you know.
Like when he was at Trump and he talking about he should be, you know, he's like a father. Oh, I don't even.
That's got to be some sort of deep self-hatred, man. They need therapy. That's just like deep self-hate or something.
Mental health is very important.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's very important. So Carrie, your original thought, you were saying something. We cut you off a few times. You were saying about her, you know, her being like a puppet set up to do these things. I don't know if I really agree that they're sending her to do this. I think that some of these people actually believe this stuff, because I know guys and females that regurgitate these things periodically when I talk to them. And one, like, you remember, I told you about one of them was my friend. I stopped talking to him because you know, and he still calls me up till this day, like, dude, man, are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. N-word.
Yeah, bro.
Don't mess with you. If you don't mess with us, I don't mess with you. So you really feel like she's being told to do this, or this is something that she's just doing because that's what she actually feels? Because a lot of them feel this way.
Yeah, she's genuine feelings on that one.
I think she feels
she might believe, she may be speaking her mind on it. But let's think about it, like the atmosphere that was created in DC while Trump was there. one side won't even talk to the next, and it's still that way today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So all it takes is for someone to say to her, like, "Hey, we need to figure out a way to get these people to stop being so divided and bring them together." So I think you should, say something about this and what she's going to say.
What she's saying ain't no good.
Because she says, "Oh, we need to forget about January 6th," but she doesn't realize, like, you forget about January 6th, we're bound to be doomed by it again, because it's bound to happen again. If we forget about people like Trump and the comments that they make and all these lies that they put out there and act like it's real and fact, and we accept that and we allow that, we're going to get caught up in that same mix later on. And believe you me, Trump is not the first Trump. There was many more people like him.
No, he wasn't. He didn't start it. He just lit it up. That's all. He just lit it up.
The Republican Party have always flirted with white supremacy. It's been that way since the early 60s. Since
they've been dipping into that water for a long time. They just soaking wet now.
Even Mitt Romney, for example.
Democrats did that.
Mitt Romney was Mitt Romney's father was one of the guys that orchestrated helping black people get some type of freedom and help get a lot of privileges, if that's what you want to call it, in America. And he didn't run on that. He ran on being a racist. He thought that would hurt his chance with those type of people, to tell them that, hey, my father liked the Negroes. So I ain't gonna tell him that.
You know what? I voted for Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton also played that game. They
of course,
know that in the
they
South,
all do.
They can say things like, there's keywords they can say. They can say like, "Oh, Obama is a good boy." You know what? Obama is a good boy.
Biden used to say that all the time. Biden said Obama was the best speaking, was one of the best speaking, one of those guys he ever encountered. Like, boy, you don't know a lot of Negroes, huh?
This country has a lot of racist people in it, and that's how they
a lot more than I like to think.
And it ain't.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a whole lot more. Remember, the votes were very close. Trump lost by maybe 5%, I think it was. Or the votes were really close percentage-wise.
Yeah,
so that
because
lets you know
there's
gerrymandering. There's what is it? What was the vote? How many votes?
74 million.
70 million.
To 80 something million.
Yeah, to 81 or 82.
74 million. Let's just say only half of them is racist.
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. They're all not. They all voted for different reasons, but there's a nice slice in there. There's a nice slice in there.
I'm gonna go with more than half a race.
No, dangerous. More than half is real dangerous. But yeah,
I'm gonna go with
isn't
60,
a million?
let's say
Isn't a million a
65%.
lot?
Isn't one too much?
Yeah,
isn't one too much?
I mean, look at his rally. Look at his rallies. Y'all see these things on TV when these dudes they superimpose this clown's face on a man with a bodybuilder body. Never in your life have you ever seen 45. What is wrong with you guys? That's delusional. Delusional.
I'm trying to figure out how he promotes his events like that. This dude is, hot.
Yo, man, they're delusional, man. What do we think about this voter oppression thing, man? I think in the long run it's gonna hurt us because they're not making a bigger deal of it if they should. In certain states, they are putting up lawsuits.
Hey, you're gonna get up one day. You're gonna get up one day, and a bunch of states, people are gonna have less voting rights.
Yep.
Because nobody's saying anything right now until it's too late. We have a tendency of doing that, going about our business, living off the fat of the land or whatever, enjoying ourselves and just partying it up and doing whatever, living life, going to work, and not paying attention to the issues around us. And then when it's too late, then we look like what happened.
Then we want to cry.
What happened?
Why?
What's going to end up happening is a person like Marjorie Taylor, however that.
Oh my gosh!
Put legislation on the desk to bring back slavery. Watch.
Gonna slide it right in there.
They're gonna put that on the desk to bring back slavery, because this is just how this place is running right now.
That's
This place
okay.
is it's going backwards instead of forward.
I hope they know that. I hope they know it's not going to be easy.
We are not our ancestors.
Exactly. I hope they understand that.
You better ask
I
somebody.
hope they understand that.
We
Leave it at that. I hope
definitely
they
not.
understand that.
I don't take hits and I don't take orders too well. So
And I don't listen too good. Ask my husband.
I hope they understand that.
Look at T-Face.
I will bring all
The
the
new
ancestors.
AGT shirt that Lola got on.
I will have all the. It's.
I got on a look. I was ready for war. This is camo.
Oh, word.
you doing the camel fit. Yeah,
That's
man.
the camo AGT
This is
shirt. Oh, okay.
this is a situation where we're just not going. I don't see any progress, like any big time progress, no, in the near future. And sometimes you get sick of talking about it because it just upsets you to the core of your being that we still have to fight for rights to have the ability to do what we were supposed to do. It's crazy, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, if people don't value the right to vote, and then people undermine it, and we allow it, we're really gonna be in a mess in the future. Like, not even having a voice is what it will come to.
Yeah.
Man, my head's starting to hurt with these people, man.
Mhm.
That's how we talk about
Get out and vote. Get out and vote for the governor.
I voted before everybody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow. I went today, and they're supposed to open at 9 or 10. They said it was 11. I'm like, okay, I got stuff to do. I gotta get back. I'm gonna come back tomorrow.
That we in a state that's getting a lot of the stuff that we need and want, and that we hear, and it's very close. That's a problem for me.
Yes, it
It
is.
be like that.
Yeah, I don't like that too much.
Yeah,
And that other person, he ain't no joke.
He's a Trump fanatic.
Yes, he is no joke. He cannot take over. If he take over Virginia,
I'm gonna have to wait him out like I waited out the other one for 4 years.
Yeah, wait out a whole man. That's a long way to get.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm physically capable of doing that again.
Man,
I tell you, that's a weight that I don't want. Trump's opened the platform for those individuals who are racist to feel more comfortable to be
comfortable and confident.
More in the closet racist.
Oh yeah, no, you're right, Sherelle.
I like those better anyway.
Yeah,
I like to know what I'm working with.
Honestly, I like you to stand in my face and show me you're racist. I don't like you to hide in the closet and stab me in my back. Act like you got my back. Like, I got the door for you, honey. And then as soon as I go through, you slam it and I'm smushed like, No, I want them to be in my face.
That's why we have all these Karens.
It ain't gonna work out good for neither one of us. That's why when I go to the store, I always say, boy, if you don't want to make the news on the wrong side of the news tonight, don't play with me. You going down the street, mind your business. You see me in the store picking up something, checking something out, look like I'm putting it in my pocket, you better mind your business or call the police. Because if you approach me, boy,
those cans and Karens, boy, they need to behave. Those cans and Karens need to behave.
Let's move on to our broski from a different Moski, Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah, that's my man.
It's beyond. No, I'm just.
It's beyond.
It's beyond impossible.
Impossible.
Hey, so Dave Chappelle said that he would meet with the LGBTQRST. I don't even know the words to say, so I'm just gonna say the alphabet.
Like he said, we're not taking the other crap with it.
Yeah, he said that he will not be summoned, and he'll go on his own beliefs and whatever. And he said he really don't understand what he's there to talk about, but he will have a conversation with them. So what do you think about that, Kerry? You think that canceling Dave Chappelle is an appropriate thing for them to do, or this is one of them times
they don't have enough juice?
No, I mean, okay, so I'm not gonna say too much on it. I mean, Dave Chappelle been around. He said all kinds of stuff to offend all types of people. If that's how they want to take it, to cancel him now doesn't make any sense. It's like it's comedy. It's his show. This is what he does.
Social commentary, man. And it's beautiful.
What was that?
He says
Social commentary.
and it's beautiful. You know what I find ironic? The black people who are defenders of what the people who are taking it offensive think. Now, I noticed that when they come to defend them, they always seem to leave some of the stuff out. They always seem to predicate on the fact that, he's bringing this person down, he's doing this, but they never bring up the fact that he talked about black women, he talked about Asians, he talked about Jews, he talked about white people. So my thing is, when do we draw a line of who can get jokes? So don't joke the alphabet community. Only joke everybody else. They're off limits for joking. Everybody else can get jokes. I'm confused. I don't know.
Don't come around me. If I want to tell
they're doing exactly what he said. That's the whole ironic thing. Like, they are confirming and putting a stamp on his entire stand-up. Like, everything that he said is what is happening right now. So they're proving his point. Like, they're not even smart enough to see that, hey, if he gets canceled behind y'all, then everyone else that he's offended means absolutely nothing compared to the LGBT community. Like that.
US.
That's so much letters.
I get the stuttering, because some of the stuff they trying to add on.
Yeah, I don't want to offend nobody, so I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I don't want to say the wrong letter, and then they say, "Oh,
it's okay, I got you.
I don't want to be canceled before I even be found."
I'm gonna tell you something though. Dave Chappelle though. I mean,
how you gonna cancel?
Don't cancel me before I'm found, man.
Man,
they're gonna put me on that Miami Carnival list. Put me on that Miami.
No flight list.
That's ridiculous, man.
You saying so?
No, I said that's ridiculous, though. I mean, like I said, they're not gonna be able to stop him because he got a lot of love in the black community, a lot of love, and ain't going nowhere. That's why he's still winning. That's why they can't cancel him. When we stand together.
The thing is, the people that normally wouldn't like him are now with him because even though they're agreeing with what he didn't say, because you got a lot of folks out there in the Regnet community.
Oh, they're riding they're riding that free ride. That's all.
Yeah, they feel like they didn't watch the whole thing, so what they're hearing, so they're like, yeah, buddy, I agree with Dave. Dave has got they agree with that, but when they actually go listen to it and be like, well, Dave is a sucker. He don't really read this stuff.
Yeah, because the people that didn't listen to it, they listened or they heard it, but they didn't really listen. They heard what he was saying, but they didn't really listen to try to really take it in.
Be of who tell people what to be offended about. But man, I mean, I can't tell you what to be offended about. But if you don't like, if I'm doing something in particular and you don't like it,
man, I'll go the other direction. Man, don't listen to it. Turn your face away. Turn it off. You have a right to do that. That's your prerogative.
A lot of people they see it online, so they got to see it. They see everybody talking about it, so they got to see it too. Like you
unplug, man. I go to a page online. I don't want to see it. Bam, I'm clicking off.
Yeah, you had to go. You logged into your account. You search for this. You clicked on it. You press play.
Yeah.
You want it to be there.
Then you mad.
I hate this. I hate it.
But watching it like this.
Yeah. I share it with your friends.
That's the thing. It's like once you say something, like you can have a conversation with somebody. Once you say something that offends them, they don't listen anymore. They don't hear anything. Everything that you say is going to be geared to you being against them because you already offended them. So that's the problem. A lot of people heard it, got to that one part, like we saw it. We saw it in the audience. If anybody watched it, it was an older white lady, and it looked like her daughter. Yeah. And it was great. And then the moment he said something that offended them, they sat in them seats.
But the thing about jokes is,
but nothing else was funny anymore. Nothing else.
Take yourself too serious.
Calling black women all type of bees.
Yeah.
They were laughing. They were laughing. They were dying. And then the moment he said something that offended them.
They was like,
the rest of the show, their face was just like, you know,
But the whole point is, guys,
everyone can laugh until they're the ones on the other
here's
end of the
thing,
laughing
guys.
stick, and that's
when
the
you
problem.
When you go to a
that's
comedy
the thing
show,
about comedy. That's exactly how they look.
When you go to a comedy show, right? The idea is that you're going to be hearing jokes. They're going to be inappropriate depending on the comedian that you go see. They're going to make you laugh. Some may make you cry. Some may you be like, "That's not me. That's not true." But the thing is, it's a stand-up show. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be provocative. It's not about you. It's about the society at large. So stop taking it personal. It ain't about you. That man don't even know you.
Right.
You paid $40 for a ticket to a show. He don't even know you. Get up, man.
You know,
well, Dre is nominating Chappelle for president.
I'm with him.
I'm with him. I said we all just jump on a boat and go somewhere else. Same way we got here. Let's make him Christopher Columbus.
Hey, we need a little island with about 50 square miles.
Dave discovered comedy.
Hey, I'm watching Sharpman on the video on the camera right now, and somebody needs to monitor his heart rate because I don't want him to have a heart attack. He is all over my screen right now.
Hey, yo. Sometimes you got to put a little passion into it, man. You got to put a little passion into it. You got to just get in there sometimes. Yeah, man. You got to get in there sometimes.
I see that. You're really passionate about this topic.
Well, you know, listen, I'm of the mindset of everybody should say what they want to say. You know, I try not to offend people on purpose. But if you're going to a comedic show, and this is not new in America, people have been telling jokes for years about every kind of race, culture, creed, whatever. You know,
dude, look at the Richard Pryor.
Exactly. And, you know, I'm just, you know,
he was worse.
Remember Martin Lawrence's first stand-up, the one when he was dragging that leg? Mm-hmm. That's not funny anymore, huh?
Well, you can't,
nobody want to laugh anymore, huh?
Nobody wants to laugh.
But it was funny. It was a joke. It was funny. It was a joke.
Everything is so freaking.
Everything is sensitive right now. Everybody's
walking eggshells in the world, and I'm not.
Yeah.
Not going.
I didn't raise my kids
like that.
It's funny until you're on the other end of the
stick. Yeah. That's
no.
I think Chappelle's gonna be all right. I think
most definitely is.
He turned down $50 million because he didn't like what they were doing.
Yeah.
So we waited so long for him to come back.
Yeah. He's good.
When Chappelle was calling us all type of names on his show, it was all fun and games.
Oh, it was great. It was wonderful.
Yes, it was great.
It was exciting.
You know, that was best comedy they ever heard. This is the number one show on TV.
Oh, you heard that black guy, man? How you call that one an N-word?
Yeah. You know,
it was okay then.
You know, N-word should get this, N-word should get that. But all of a sudden now, you can't joke. That ain't joke. You know, like, come on, man. We need to all be on an even playing field. Yeah. And like I said, I ain't going to tell you what to feel, what you want to feel about, but I'm going to say that everybody entitled to what they believe in.
Yeah. Here's a simple analogy. We have literally hundreds of channels on TV, on online streaming. We pick what we want to watch. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it.
Move it.
Don't watch it. Leave it alone. Don't watch it. If it's not for you, do not watch it. But nothing gives you the right to go out there and try to cancel it for somebody else that want to watch it.
The poetry.
Snap.
They be flipping through all the pages on the Pornhub to get to what they like, but they just
exactly.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All of a sudden now, you know, hey, remember when they had the little girls on Netflix acting crazy? Wasn't nobody offended about that.
Nobody.
But the moment you talk about the alphabet community, everybody affected. Like,
nobody.
And let's be fair.
Yep.
We need.
All we want is to be fair. That's
even playing field, everybody. Even playing field.
Discussion in America about what's fair, what's real, and what should happen with people, because it's too much. It's too much underlying situations, too much backdoor things, no pun intended. It's too much of those things going on around, man. You know,
It's okay to say,
our
oh my
next,
God, not
our
this.
next subject. So these appropriators name is
Beavis and Butthead.
They look ridiculous.
It should be Dumb and Dumber or Dumb.
That's not Beavis and Butthead.
It looks like Dumb. So one of them name is Fly Soldier, and the other one name is what? Coyote? No, Kodiyakredd. Kodiyakredd or whatever.
You know who made
their real names.
You know why they? You know who made them, right? You know why they like this, right?
They following the stereotype of
what's that dumb guy?
They wanna be Cash Me Outside. He's the Cash Me Outside boy.
What's that
What's that guy name? hey, look in the chat, guys. What's this guy name?
Kodak Black.
Check the chat out.
They want to be Kodak Black.
Oh, 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Nah,
they pushing a little bit more towards Kodak.
They're pushing a little bit more. Well, somebody got him there.
It's Kodak Black. It's Kodak.
Is that the one?
That's how the Floridians guys dress. But
I was gonna say that's how they dress. Like that's why they got their hair like that.
That's how they carry themselves. And I think that these dudes, when they appropriate our culture, right? They look at us as this is what they sit down and look at us. Look how ridiculous these clowns look.
What is that? A bird between his eyebrows?
Yes, it's an eagle.
Bird brain.
That's an eagle's nest.
Come on now, Dustin, sit down.
One of their names. One of them, I don't know who's who, but I know one of them name is Alex, and the other one name is Frankie. Their last name is Venegas, and they supposed to be like their background. Their family is supposed to be from Cuba. I hope not, because you are not going to represent my beautiful Celia Cruz. Okay, Azúcar from Cuba.
Are they brothers?
Yeah, they're supposed to be brothers.
Their mama need to beat their
ass. and I hope they didn't really make a song.
They did make a song.
They did. I've only seen one video of them, and they were like in a jacuzzi or something, singing like they were Jamaican. That's the only thing I've ever seen.
All the islands in the Caribbean. Why they sing like
because they were singing Rastaman tunes. That's why.
They couldn't just sing like where they're from.
They were singing like they was saying.
It wasn't like no soca. That's what they. It wasn't no island boy vibes.
There's a whole bunch of islands in the Caribbean.
They're from Cuba, so
like we an island girl.
No, well, you know they straight across the boat from Jamaica. So
hey. And from what I see, nobody in the Caribbean is claiming them.
Nope.
Nobody's
claiming them.
Cuba's not even claiming them.
Cuba
They're
claiming
American.
Them. Exactly.
Cuba's not claiming them. They're American. That's Beavis and Butthead. They've been pulled out of the.
I'm glad they don't recognize them because Cuba has some wonderful artists that came out of there, and not
exactly not that.
I really want to cuss.
Yeah, I want to hear what they be saying now.
I don't want to hear nothing they saying. I don't want to.
Girl, you need to see. I think it was on Team Soca page. that video right there, where that picture he got up right there. They singing some Rasta man too. Like they got accents and everything. Girl, you need to see him.
Why couldn't he catch a cramp and just fall in the water and he cramp up so bad?
It is ridiculous the way they do this. Like, stick to your own. It's boiled.
I need to stop.
So, are they actual rappers? Is that what they are?
They trying to be rappers.
Let me see their 8th grade picture.
Just rap.
Someone had a meme up. Someone had a meme up saying they were the twins. From back in the day, little white boy twins, Zach and Cody.
That's exactly who they are.
Like, they said it was Zach and Cody from Disney World.
What are y'all doing?
A mess.
No, I don't want to hate on anyone's means of making money or.
They ain't making no money
on this though. We should.
They not making no money from this.
Like everything is a gimmick nowadays.
It is.
Really,
that's that.
Lola, see where you wrong at, Lola? Oh, hold up real quick, Carrie, before I let you finish. See what wrong at, Lola? These subpar individuals usually get to make more money than talented artists because that's people. Yeah. Their people will support them. They'll go buy this garbage. spend money behind them and back them. But this nonsense, that's what happened with them.
Dude got 300 or something K followers. Come on, man, that is ridiculous.
Look at Cash Me Outside girl. Broad made over $1 million last year.
Oh yeah,
in pandemic time.
Yeah,
this is sick. The world we live in today is sick.
What are you saying now, Kerry? Sorry about that.
No, I was just saying, congratulations for them finding a way to make money. Great. But it seemed like there's no true talent out there. It's just gimmicks. Everybody's doing these gimmicks. And they're getting paid on it. So what do you do when you get paid and you're putting out trash? You're getting rewarded for creating trash. And what happened is that I shouldn't even call it trash. I should just say you're getting rewarded for these gimmicks. So more and more people will have gimmicks. You know, I wasn't a fan of, let's say, a reggae artist named Alkaline. I really wasn't a fan of it because I thought it was a gimmick. Now, for him.
Whoa, Kerry, don't let the alcohol socials go crazy on here. Don't let the alcohol socials come and attack us.
No, I'm like gonna say, like, I think he went in a positive direction where he's actually now moving away from the gimmick and putting out material that's, good. You don't hear too much about his eyes anymore.
Look at this
being
clown.
Tattooed and all that crap. But these guys here, everybody is doing these weird things.
He got a curly ponytail right there. Ain't no way.
I don't understand why people are not proud. Be proud of where you come from. Even if you're not from there, you be proud of your family that they came from. You know what I'm saying? You should be proud of you trying to be so black and so be proud
Maybe
of
they grew up in the hood. Maybe they grew up in the hood.
I don't even care to do so.
Hey, if these clowns grew up in the hood, they would be scared.
Exactly.
Something they had to feel comfortable enough.
They couldn't grow up in Chicago.
Be doing that. You know what I mean? I know a lot of Caucasian people who grew up, in those. Well, here in America, like they grew up in the hood, you know what I mean, and they really get around people, and they feel like they they feel like they just as black as the actual black people from there. You know what I mean?
Hey, they can feel
they can feel it,
but feeling black and being black. But here's you can tell, just like the Cash Me Outside girl, they come from middle class families. You could tell these kids came from middle class families because if these kids, like, I'm from the hood. If you from the hood, the kids like this are targets for this age group right now. Man, these dudes are suckers. They'll get run over. You could look at these dudes.
They might be straight up gangsters.
Everybody had jokes, huh?
T, what you say? They from Bompton? They from Bompton?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. They take our culture. It goes back to the thing of they hate us but love our culture.
Yep.
Come on, Christopher Columbus Jr.
I bet you pretty soon they're gonna discover gangsters, discover rap. They're gonna
get credit for it. That's all. They're gonna get credit for it.
You have people saying
Eminem. They already did.
You have people saying Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time.
That's been going on forever.
Yeah, like as soon as they do something, we do. Elvis Presley sing over a whole bunch of black people's songs, and he's the greatest. Greatest at what? Stealing?
The greatest of all time.
He discovered those songs.
Yeah, it's just true.
I'm telling y'all, we need to catch up. We need to catch up.
My bad.
We need to jump on a boat.
Maybe we need to stay away from those. Maybe we need
to jump on a boat. We need to jump on a boat, go land on an island, and say this is ours.
Nah,
we found it.
Not if these kids have nothing to do with it. Remember, they're island boys.
Those are
island boys.
The island boys.
Island boys. Island boys.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm normally not offended by a lot of this when people try to emulate island people in general.
I am.
But this is way beyond the pale. This is too much. This is too much. This has got to stop. Seriously.
Just stick to who
in
you
your own
are.
lane.
Like,
Stay
stop
in your
trying
own
to be
lane.
somebody that you're not. If you don't know your own culture, go back and look for it.
Stay in your own lane.
Man, fly Soulja is a sucker.
Just go learn your culture. Just learn your culture. Everybody has some type of coach, something. Go learn it. Figure it out. Go learn it. Learn it.
I just tried.
What if they learned it and they don't like it? They like yours better.
I'm gonna pick this one over here.
I like this one better. I don't like that one.
Listen, and that's okay. You can listen. You can like another culture and embrace it and even immerse yourself in it. The thing is not to make a fool of the culture.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's what I can't do. That's what I can't have.
I think they're making a fool. I think they're making a fool of themselves more than anything.
That too.
Like, truthfully, I honestly, I can't even, like, I look at it. I can't even be mad because they look stupid. They look stupid. We don't. They look stupid.
But it's a represent in some.
It does not represent the black people in any way, shape, or form. That does not.
Some eyes, it does though.
No,
That's
from the other side.
Yeah, on the other side, that's how they look at us. When they see a Kodak Black and an artist like that, that's what they.
I mean, some of them look stupid too, even if they got black skin.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Hey, some of them look stupid with their dresses and their AKs and their whole face covered in tattoos.
Usually we agree to disagree, but we're gonna agree to agree.
Definitely on this one.
They look just as stupid. Shoot.
Yeah, we're gonna agree to agree on this one.
Definitely
ridiculous. I don't know what to say about some of these dudes, man. I don't know.
I blame it on
poo-poo on them. That's what you say. Poo-poo.
There you go, T. Definitely poo-poo on them.
Definitely need a big parlor. Don't say it. Let's just, you know what? Before we head to Squid Games, let's cancel out Squid Games real quick. Let's go to Kevin O. Smith, the cult pastor from Jamaica. Those of you who don't know too much about what's going on, Short Mizzle.
Oh yes,
it's your chance.
Hell, my chance. Oh.
You're up.
Batter up.
I mean, it's the umbrella in the pool for me. That's where they got me right there. That it's not even the umbrella on the beach. It was sun out there. That might have been okay. It was sun out there. Maybe he contracted him to do it, but it's the one in the pool for me.
You in water already, bro? What you know?
I'm trying to understand that one. Hey, listen, man.
Water already, bro. What's going on?
Hey, listen. This whole thing has just been one big, just crazy Netflix situation. Series. I mean,
it's a Netflix series. Jamaica is an ongoing series.
I mean, this guy's a real cult leader. I mean, just to be clear. I mean, the kind of craziness that he was going on with. I mean, it was just insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real something. Tell you that.
No. Now, so I was trying to figure out, Sean, did somebody call the police to the compound? I heard that the people were in danger, right?
Yeah, somebody snitched him out because he was doing sacrifice.
Yeah.
2 people died, and the police made it there before more was supposed to get their life taken.
Yeah.
And then it was doing human sacrifices?
Yeah.
What does this do? A caveman?
I don't know what he is, but
well, so I heard you guys talk the other night about religion in the wrong hands can be dangerous, and this is one of those cases.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those cases where in the wrong hand it's really dangerous. I mean, look at this clown.
Yeah, I say
something must have happened to him.
I don't like for people to think that. I think he had mental issues.
There's a mental component. There's a mental component here. I definitely feel that way.
That's what I said. Something must have happened to him.
I don't like people to think that I'm hitting out on religion when I talk, but in the wrong hands,
that's dangerous.
Religion is dangerous, yo.
I mean, anything in the wrong hand is dangerous, especially religion.
know, religion is a factor that can control people, as we can see over the years, countless times that people keep falling for the same thing. A guy keep coming and telling you he's the Messiah and keep doing bad, and you keep believing it.
But the thing is, some people want something to believe in, and that's not a bad thing in and of itself. It's the people that would abuse that want.
Yep.
People that would abuse that want, right? And take it as far as this guy have taken it. And so, I mean, that's really the issue. You have these guys that pervert religion for their own purposes. You know, these guys nothing more than, you know, wolves in sheep's clothing, you know, for lack of a better term here. I mean, honestly, this was going to come out. This was going to go bad sooner or later. This was going to go bad.
And sooner came before later.
Exactly. He was going to kill a bunch of people, whether they caught him or not. They caught him and took him to jail. And, you know, I called it. I didn't want to say I had a premonition or that I'm psychic or anything like that. This is not Miss Cleo. Call him on.
Call me now.
Call me now. Hey, so I said he wasn't going to last if he got to jail. I didn't think he was going to make it. But now what happened was a little peculiar, though.
Yeah, it's very
peculiar. I mean, what are the chances of him being transported from one area to another that there'll be a fatal accident? You couldn't even make that up. You couldn't even write the script.
For the people who haven't heard it, let's let them hear what the
constable,
the Jamaica
constabulary force,
or some crappy force is talking about.
Where he was pronounced dead by the doctor on duty. The 3 constables that were in the vehicle with him, one of them was pronounced dead at the Spanish Town Hospital. The other 2 are in critical condition, and as we speak, they are currently undergoing treatment. So we are here now, hoping that they make a full recovery. So we're able to confirm that a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force lost his life in a motor vehicle accident this morning. What we know so far that 2 vehicles were traveling to Kingston, taking the two suspects from St. James in the incident last week involving the church leader and another member. They were taking them to the Major Investigation Division in Kingston to be formally charged. About 9:30, we understand that there was an accident resulting in one of the vehicles overturning. That's the vehicle that Sir Kevin Simit was a passenger in. At the end of it, he sustained serious injuries and he was taken to the Linstead Hospital, where he was pronounced dead by the doctor on duty. The 3 constables that were in the vehicle with him, one of them was pronounced dead at the Spanish Town Hospital. The other 2 are in critical condition. And as we see.
So what I find very peculiar, right, is that we only seen him getting taken out of the car. We never saw
other people.
Any other officers and anybody else getting taken out of the car. Just him. Leads me to wonder, like, you know, we got the conspiracy theories. You know, we got my conspiracy theorist friends that texted me telling me all kind of, you know, they have something for hide, and so I'm wondering what could they be having to hide? What is this guy hiding for them? What kind of secrecy he got for governments and artists in Jamaica that they planned this massive hit against him? It does look crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, you know they showed him on play with Sean Paul and a couple of some other different famous people or people that, you know, that are well known.
Well, no, he wasn't with Sean Paul. He was contacting Sean Paul.
Contacting him.
Sean Paul never returned his calls.
Right.
He was trying to get money.
Flew out the windows, though. You know, people do get thrown out of cars sometimes, depending on how bad the accident was.
Yeah, but I don't see nobody attending to no one else. You know, all the videos.
That's not what we're saying, T. We're saying how coincidental that this guy who had just been arrested for some craziness that was being transported from one location to another, that would end up in this ill-fated accident. Like really? Like what are the chances? Apparently greater than we think.
The universe.
I mean,
the universe.
Spoken. What I said, I said the devil called him home. That's what I said, Sean.
Basically,
I said the devil called him home.
That big hearse in the sky.
Yeah, man. He's living it up now. Yeah, go ahead and get your umbrella out and see if it keep the fire off you.
Yeah, for real. While you're at it, ask the killers of Pac and Biggie if they
I mean, he's already gone right there. I don't know that.
He look out of here.
I mean,
he like he's not even.
He should have been in the bag and not on a gurney. That like they're gonna save him or something.
I would have dropped him off of there if that was me, but you know, not everyone is.
But see, if they put him in the bag, people wouldn't have known it was him. They had to show his body.
Oh, that shows the
conspiracy.
The
conspiracy. How it works. You understand how the conspiracy works, Kerry?
Mm-hmm.
Kerry, you still here?
Yeah. Yeah,
what's your thoughts?
Forgot Kerry was up there.
What's your thoughts on this, Kerry?
Yeah, I'm still I don't want to say confused, but it's like I can't understand this whole thing. It's like a fiasco that I don't even know if it's worth my time trying to figure out what's going on. It's and then they moved the body so quick. Did they take pictures of the scene to be able to investigate and make sure they understand what happened, or did they already know?
No. Somebody wanted them gone, Kerry.
Yes, definitely.
There was no investigation to happen.
It looked, and he needed to be gone. To be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're being honest,
we don't need that on that. We don't need that on that.
If we're being honest,
yeah.
People on him.
We got enough people out here doing craziness already. We don't need no help from the church.
Yeah, and that's how things may be handled sometimes in Jamaica, maybe, but so it looks like they didn't need to understand what happened; they already knew what happened.
Yeah, I think it was a predetermined outcome, if you will.
Yeah,
it was a predetermined outcome that he was going to leave that location, and en route to the other location, he was going to meet in an untimely, planned, obviously, accident.
Well, it seemed pretty timely to me, short man. It seemed pretty timely.
We should put it that way.
I'm sure his constituents, his followers, his parishioners would say it was untimely.
Well, for the hitman, it was very timely for him.
Obviously, he got to the wrong juncture in his journey, and therefore it was time to get off the road.
Hey, he was like right on time. Boom.
Hey, I'm not sure what would have happened if he'd have made it to the other end, but man,
exactly. They didn't show the other cars.
Yeah.
Listen.
It was no other cars. It was only that car. Where was the other car? It was 3 cars. Where's the other ones?
The conspiracy could be they got a car from the junkyard and put them in and drop it on the side of the road.
Facts.
Yeah, it could be that too.
I was gonna say.
I wasn't thinking of that.
Is that usually the transport car?
Then somebody called it in.
Who knows what's going on?
I was gonna say, that's how y'all transport prisoners over there, don't they normally have a bus?
Hey, that's Jamaica. Anything can happen. Y'all laughing, but
she had her.
No, I believe you.
Anything can happen.
She had her eyes too.
Yeah, don't be surprised. Before we head out of here today, it was a great conversation. I'll finish off with making fun of Squid Games. Let's talk about Gary. Give us some tunes and what's going on here Friday night with Dutty Dex from Miami.
Oh shoot! Of course, Dr. Dex is coming to town. It's always a big show. He plays everything you want to hear. Trust me, he's gonna pick up the place, shake it up, throw it all over the room. He's gonna have you guys having partying hard. But more importantly, I gotta say, remember Norfolk State University, #1 HBCU.
There you go, man. Get that plug in, man. I support you on
that. He said that's the main plug. That's the main plug right there.
I hope they're taking care of you, man.
Is this a costume party?
Yes, it can be. It can be any party you want it to be. You wear your mask, you wear a costume. It is a prize for best costume. So
for best costume? Ooh.
Yeah. So you can come out and have a great time.
Just make sure it's tasteful.
What?
It can be
Please. Poo-poo on tasteful Halloween costumes. Poo-poo on that. Halloween is the only day of the year
we don't
grown
want to see
women can
police
go
strippers
out
out
and
there,
be
okay? We don't want to see a lot of police strippers out there.
Ain't nothing wrong with
provocative and not feel bad about it.
Or bad nurses.
Nothing wrong with police strippers.
Hey,
Or
everyone
nurses.
needs a nice nurse. Everyone needs a night nurse.
Behold the stripper. Don't forget, we're gonna be here in full effect. AGP team, we're gonna be out there again partying like it's 1999 or 2000, 2001.
Feels like it's 1990s.
Whatever y'all want to party as, that's what we're gonna party at. Hey, Squid Game sucks. I tried to watch it again and it still sucked. I don't care what you guys.
I haven't tried to watch it yet. I keep seeing these previews. I can't do it.
Okay, you don't have to like it.
You don't, Sean. You just pick the just hit the red circle and go home.
Oh, wow. that easy, huh?
I went right back to watching Dave Chappelle.
I was looking at the thing on TikTok when they be doing
I was beyond excited watching
when they do the black people, they be playing the black people, and then they turn on dun 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 dun. I'll be like, oh, that would be me if they play a reggae song and Andres be like, you better not move. You better not move. Oh my God. Oh Lord. We gonna die. You better not move. I'm like, oh my God.
Hey, Thursday night, people, we're gonna finish up the discussion of men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I think we're gonna go into the chapter of modern day women and modern day men. We're gonna touch on that a little bit, see where it takes us. Could take us into a big argument, or could take us into a lot of laughs. We could get ratchet. Yeah, we could get ratchet. Or maybe we could get who knows? But we gonna be here Thursday night. Another thing, don't forget that we're here every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Sunday night with live podcasts. We drop content throughout the week. Trying to build the platform to be something great. We love all the support we're receiving so far. I want you guys to understand something. The other day, we have accomplished this goal. It's a goal called 100K views on YouTube. We did that. So we got 100K views on YouTube. 100K views. It was excited. We met that goal this Saturday.
Wow. And that's not counting the other platforms, right?
Nope, that's not counting the other platforms. Just YouTube. The other platform, I have to literally go in there and check. I've just been loading. I haven't been checking them, but they've been doing pretty decent, especially Audio Max. Audio Max is the secondary platform that gets us the most views. We have a decent amount of listeners over at Audio Mac. So Audio Mac has been doing pretty well for us. If you click on the channel, you'll find all of that stuff there on our channel in the About section. In fact, let me do this real quick. Let me do this. Let me say, where is this? I'm trying to find this thing to show you guys. It's the 100K views. It's a great thing. It's a great celebration.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I've been looking forward to get to 100K for a few months now. We're here. I'm proud of everything that we have been accomplishing. I'm proud of all the help from everybody out there. I'm proud of the AGP team. We started off as mumbling brats, and here we are talking like we know what we're talking about.
They're professionals.
Some of us talking like we got some sense about ourselves.
Yeah, like we learned something at these schools is.
Look at me, Mama. Look at what you taught me.
Yeah, look, we learned something at these schools is. But yeah, man, I had a great time tonight. awesome.
Yeah, beautiful
Awesome.
people out there.
We'll be back here again Thursday night
Bring them
without
back.
a blizzard. Here we go. If you go into the About tabs, you'll see Amazon affiliate link where you can click on Amazon to buy. You buying anything, you click on this link, take you to Amazon. You log in and you buy anything. It benefits the channel. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, Audio Mac. You click on Audio Mac right here. It takes us to the Anything Goes podcast page where we have some great stuff going on up there.
Oh man.
So also Podbeam. Check us out on Podbeam too. I haven't been loading a lot up on Podbeam, but I've been definitely loading us up on Audio Mac. We've been getting loaded every week now on Spotify, also on Apple, also on Google, doing the thing, man.
We everywhere, y'all. We everywhere.
Or listen to us at work in full effect. You can do that.
Yeah, just don't turn it up when I'm exercised.
Yeah, don't turn it up. Don't turn it up Thursday night one. They definitely getting fired. Definitely getting fired.
Turn down. Don't
do that. Sunday.
So thanks for the love, AGP World, AGP Universe, the AGP fam. I wanna thank you guys for sticking this out with me. Thank you guys for coming up here every night with me. Putting on a great show with us. You guys taking the time out to come up here and just have some fun with us, man. You know, sometimes it gets a little hectic in the conversation, but that's what happens when you're having real conversation, when it's not planned out at home and when we're all not pretending to be someone else that we are. We're showing you the real us. It's gonna be some arguments. There's gonna be some pushbacks. There's gonna be some jokes. There's gonna be some laugh. And you're gonna have an old man showing his clear.
I was gonna say, what is going on over there?
So, you know, we're glad that everyone is here. So I want to thank you, Cherie. I want to thank you, Sharp Man. I want to thank you, T. I want to thank you, Lola. Shout out to Demby. Thank you, Demby. Shout out to thank you, Black Emoji. Shout out to everyone that made guest appearance on the show. Gary Fame, Colin. Who else is on the show? Everybody that showed up. And I haven't forgotten about Razor. I was letting Razor for that. Everybody that show up on the show, I really appreciate everything. And everybody know that Razor is a instrumental part of the show, that he's always around. He shows up whenever. Razor is basically like the executive producer, so I have to give much thanks for Razor, because Razor be in the middle of sleep and I'll call him and be like, yo, dude, we need to go record. And he'd be like, give me 5 minutes. He's there, you know. So I gotta thank him for that, for showing up. So hopefully when we start doing some big things and moving in the direction we'll like to go, hopefully the rewards will be great for us.
Maybe I can get a shirt.
Maybe. I hope I can stop.
Hey, Lolo, we're gonna hold a protest for you outside the studio.
First of all, anybody that's protesting getting fired.
We're gonna hold a protest for you.
Code enforcement on
this Netflix. We ain't playing that around here.
We're gonna hold a protest
around this.
I'm gonna be like this.
Hey, public shaming, Lola. Public shaming. We're gonna hold a protest.
You know,
we all gonna come with no shirts on. We all gonna show up on Thursday with no shirts on.
That's right. No shirt. There you go. That's the protest.
I said shirts. I corrected it.
Hey, that's the protest. No shirt. That's the protest. All of us.
No shirt. No shirt Thursday. No shirt Thursday.
See you with no shirt, Sharp Man. Keep your shirt on.
Hey, it's part of the protest. It's part of the protest.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
It's part of the protest. It's part of the protest.
I can't believe you selling me out with these clowns, Lola. Wait till I pop your big secret and snitch on you. Then they're gonna really hate you.
Just because I made it, you know, I ain't gonna leave them behind just because I got a shirt.
Right.
Hey, man.
Don't forget where y'all came from.
Look, I ain't got no shorts on right now because you can only see the top half, you know.
Hey, hey man, thanks to everybody for showing up with us tonight. Drake, Carrie, Sherelle, everybody in the comment section, everybody that's tapping in and tapping out, Mama Africa, Everybody that commented tonight, even if you didn't comment, we really appreciate you just joining in, looking, listening, hitting the like button. Yeah, everybody that was on the show, definitely, I got to give them a shout out. I can't remember everybody. That's why I don't like to call names, because then I forget people, and then they listen and be like, I can't believe you forget me. So everybody that was on the AGP podcast, thank you.
Thank you.
You thought about coming on. Thank you.
If you came on and you didn't see your recording come out, it's not because I didn't like you, just because it didn't work for the moment. So, maybe next time. We're gonna be back Thursday to finish off Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, Part 2. Modern Day Women, Modern Day Men. We're gonna get that.
Okay, Carrie, NSU.
Oh Lord. Okay.
I'm gonna one up you, Carrie. I'm at the real HU. But hey, had fun tonight, AGP fam. Tell our people that we out of here so we can bounce out and come back and meet them again Friday. This water was delicious. Love y'all. Thanks for the support. 100K, baby. Our next goal is 150K. We're going for that 150K, baby. 150K. 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 150K.
100.
Yeah, some chill. Some chill.